Make sure you follow me on social media to get updates and ask me questions. Enjoy the video. If you have watched my Vue.js courses, then you know that Vue.js makes use of components. Well, the same principle applies in React. A component will help you to split the user interface into independent, reusable pieces, and each piece is isolated. This is the reason why they are reusable, because they do not depend on something else. So let's create our first component using JSX. So there are a couple of different ways that you can write a component in React, but if you want to make use of the latest ES6 features, then you can use ES6 classes. So I will start by declaring a variable to store this component, and I will name it navbar. And make sure you have the first letter capitalized. This is a good practice. Then I will call react.createClass. As you can imagine, this will create a class. Now inside I will call the render function, and I will just return h1 hello world. I will delete the old code, and let's see if this will work. So if I go back to this, as you can see, it doesn't. So if I open the console, we do not get any error. But if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. If I bring back the old code, probably the most important part in the old code is that we bind this code inside an element with an ID app. So something that we do not do in the new code. And of course React doesn't know how to do it by itself. So we can use React DOM again. The only difference is that we replace the HTML code with the component that we just created. So the component is called navbar. If I go back to this, hopefully we get hello world. Now let's create a simple navigation bar to get started. Remember that everything has to be inside a div. I will create a UL, an LI, and I will create an anchor tag, and I will say here home. So let me create two more. This one will be profile and this one settings. Alright, so if we go back again, we should have this simple menu. Now, if you think that this HTML code that we have here is just HTML, then you are mistaken. For example, if I try to change the style of this LI, maybe the color to red, this will not work. So if I go back to this, as you can see, we get an error. So we cannot really change the style in this way. However, we will see later how to do that using React. For now, you just learned how to create a component in React. So in the next video, I will show you a different way to create components. This is where you will also understand the power of Bubble and the reason we include Bubble in the index.html.